Mephibosheth was the grandson of King Saul and the son of Jonathan. After the death of Saul and Jonathan, David became the king of Israel. In a time when it was common for new kings to eliminate potential threats from the previous royal lineage, David sought to show kindness to anyone remaining from Saul's family. David discovered that Mephibosheth was living in Lo-Debar, a place of obscurity and isolation, due to a physical disability. Mephibosheth had become crippled as a child and lived in relative obscurity and poverty. David summoned him to his presence, and Mephibosheth, fearing for his life, bowed down before the king. Instead of punishing or eliminating Mephibosheth, David showed him great kindness and offered him restoration. David restored to Mephibosheth all the land that belonged to his grandfather Saul and invited him to dine regularly at the king's table. From that day forward, Mephibosheth lived in Jerusalem, enjoying the privileges of being in the king's presence. This story offers several important lessons. First, it exemplifies the power of grace and forgiveness. Despite the historical animosity between Saul and David, David extended grace and kindness to Mephibosheth, demonstrating that he was willing to look beyond the past and offer restoration. Secondly, the story highlights the importance of showing compassion and care for those who are marginalized or in need. Mephibosheth, living in obscurity and poverty due to his disability, was lifted out of his circumstances and given a place of honor and provision. It reminds us of our responsibility to extend kindness and support to those who are marginalized or facing challenges. Furthermore, this story speaks to the value of relationships and community. David's act of kindness not only provided material provision for Mephibosheth but also restored him to a place of belonging and acceptance in the king's presence. It emphasizes the significance of creating an inclusive and supportive community where all are valued and welcome. In summary, the story of Mephibosheth teaches us about the power of grace, compassion, and restoration. It encourages us to extend forgiveness and kindness to others, to care for the marginalized, and to foster inclusive communities where everyone can find belonging and acceptance.